Howdy folks, welcome to a new Let's Play. This is Eye of the Beholder. It's a game released in 1991 by SSI and Westwood, I believe. And I know that they worked, I think one developed and the other published, and that carried on for this game and the next, which are by far the best in the trilogy. And then I think it was SSI decided to go alone for the third game, and it was absolutely rubbish by comparison. Not a bad game in its own right, but certainly doesn't live up to these two. Anyway, we are going to go straight into creating our new party. We're going to start with our leader, a paladin, and since my boy child won out as leader of the party in my last Let's Play, which was Legend of Grimrock, I'm going to give girl child the lead this time. Looks like a good human paladin. This is always the hardest part for me, picking the bloody portraits. Especially here. There really isn't much to work with. Yeah, she looks paladin-y. Now these stats are terrible, so we're going to re-roll. I want a couple of 18s, and preferably, that could be better, an 18 and at least a couple of 17s is a minimum. 17s, Constitution 18, no. See, I want the other 18 so I can move it into Strength, but I want Constitution as the 18 so I get the credit for it under the hit points. We got an 18 Dex, typical. Yep, just clicking away. The RNG certainly isn't as generous here as it is in Dungeon Hack. Okay, I'll settle for 118 and a couple of 17s. This is the part where I mentioned I normally just modify my stats straight to 18s, because I'm a cheapskate like that. Bloody hell. Got an 18 in Wisdom, but I want it in Constitution. Oh, it is on, game. It is on. I've barely entered my name. Okay, an 18 in Constitution, and we will take pretty much whatever else comes along with it. You know what, if I see a 17, I'm just going to note how many hit points. See, that's a shit set of scores. I'm not gonna lie there. Really want an 18 Constitution because I want the hit points going up as far as possible each level. I suppose though, a 17 is still respectable. I need something else in the mid-range. See. I may just be content with that. Can't do anything with that 17, but I can move the 18 into Strength. She's going to be pretty slow though. Really had hope for a 16 as well. I will probably edit a lot of this. 18 and 2 17s, we will be keeping that. Right now what I do here is I move them up and down. So for example, intelligence and strength can be swapped. Dexterity can stay. Oh, that's right, charisma has to be... Oh crap. Okay, well then we are going to re-roll because we want the 18 in strength outright, so we get the percentile. You know what, I'm going to do this bit off screen. I'll be right back. And we're back, and I finally got a decent roll. As you can see, I had to move, I think it was Wisdom and Constitution around, but I got a whopping great Strength score. I'm not unhappy with the Constitution, and Dex, she could hold her own, so we're going to go with that. We're going to keep her, and typing in a Dark Room, don't fail me now. It's failing me horribly, so just bear with me. There we go. Next is going to be a Cleric. We're going to be pretty magic heavy. I'm not actually doing this with any... with any rogue. So we're going to have a male. It's going to be a Cleric. And he's going to be... I wanted an evil character, but I guess we can't have evil alignment here. Chaotic neutral then. And... where's a good portrait for the character I have in mind? No, I think that's going to be Mr. Blackwell. A Toothless there, but no. I think we're going to go with... he looks more like a rogue. One last pass through. And we are going to go with... yeah, we're going to go with this guy because he looks pretty dodgy. Now, the stats. We need an 18 so that we can move it into... well, we need everything in double digits, but then we also need an 18 to move into Wisdom, which is his primary spell stat. Absolutely everything has to be double digits as a minimum. I will not play with a score below 10. Really isn't a consequence in these games, but you feel it in, you know, anything, say Baldur's Gate, I think. I know in Icewind Dale, if you've got an intelligence below 10, your character actually has a completely different set of dialogue options as if they were hit in the head at birth. Oh, what a shame. That's 118 and the rest are all fucking 10s. Oh boy. So we've got two 18s and then we've got that in the middle. But the RNG here is horrid. Alright, I'll settle... I will wear an intelligence. I will move something into intelligence if I have to. I think I just missed an 18 as well. 17, 15, 16, 16. But we are going to need our spellcasting stats maxed, because by the time we're done with these games, our characters will have reached the level cap. Yep, okay, that's actually a pretty decent spread too. So, Wisdom, let's see, Intelligence with Wisdom first. And now, Constitution with Wisdom. Dex with Charisma. And Charisma with Strength. And we're going to have to wear the hit points, but I'm pretty sure that wasn't... I'm pretty sure Constitution wasn't bad. I mean, that's not a bad roll anyway. So that's all round not an unhappy set of stats there. And we're going to keep him. And his name... points to the first person who gets that. Now, the next one is going to be our mage. And he is going to be half-elf. No, I'd rather a party that we can res. So we're going to go with a human male. Mage. Chaotic neutral, because that's just as evil as we can go. I would really prefer it to have been lawful evil, but because we have a paladin in the party, we are stuck. Now, I'm reckoning Mr. Blackwell's going to be it's rather an obvious candidate here. Not him. Bloody swell. There. Now, let's pray into RNG's time again. This episode will just be party creation. Oh yeah, we're going to jump on that 18, I think. Fucking whopping 7 hit points. So we're going to swap strength with intelligence. We're going to swap our constitutions where we want it. And we're going to swap strength and wisdom, because what the hell does a mage need wisdom for? And that's going to be Mr. Blackwell. And then finally, our mixed character will be a half-elf female, and she's going to be a Cleric Mage. And she'll be chaotic good. And this will be... Who is our Cleric Mage going to be? It's looking like we're going to end up with the ginger at this rate. I think we are. She'd pass. And again, re-rolling. Now we need good stats. I don't necessarily need 2 18s. I'll be happy with 2 18s, but I don't need them. I'll be happy with a 17 and an 18. I really want to focus on the cleric side of things for the extra healing magic, and high level clerics also get awesome death magic, but I'm not going to waste another 3 years of my life sitting here clicking the reroll button. So we've got a 17 and 18. There we go. Modify. Constitution. Can be swapped with wisdom. No, wisdom and intelligence first. Now, wisdom with constitution. Charisma, which is a bit of a bitch apparently. And Dex. Yeah, Dex should be the higher of the two. Okay, and this will be Lyra. Bloody hell, typing in a dark room. Okay, so we're going to click play, and I'm going to call it there for this episode. Thank you for bearing with me. When we pick up next episode, we're going to do the first level. And until then, cheers.